NCLF helped us all go to Board of Education, birth certificates, whatever we needed. They help us unpack that. So I would say just stay persistent, stay determined, and yes, ask for help. It's like a dream come true. The thought of me being able to come home and really come home, like to the city that I love. So that was just remarkable.
Star, thank you so much for having me in your beautiful home.
Oh, thank you. You're so welcome. I'm so glad you think it's beautiful. The goal here was to create a safe and peaceful space for me when I come off from work. And, the work that I do, I work at San Francisco General and UCSF, and I'm a violence prevention professional. So work can be a little stressful. So having a peaceful home to come home to is so important.
And I remember part of your story talking about when you first got the job, you were actually living in Vallejo and had to do this huge commute because you couldn't even afford to live in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. So for about 14 years, I did relocate to Atlanta, and my dream was just to come home. I wanted to come home. I missed my mom. I missed my family. And when I got back here, everything was so expensive. And I couldn't even go back to the neighborhood we grew up in. It was just so expensive. So I ended up moving to Vallejo, which is a lot more affordable, and then having to commute every day back to the city to work. So that was pretty stressful every day on that road, back and forth, and traffic. It just was really time consuming and really hard on the body.
And so fast forward to the certificate of preference.
Yes. So I get a certificate of preference. I was eligible to be a descendant. Actually, I was a direct descendant who lived in the house. And yes, as I joined on board NCLF, I found out that my grandmother was displaced. And they were doing this great project about the certificate of preference.
Wow, you actually lived in the house. Now, do you remember any of
Now, I was only 1 year old, but my name was on the so that was great. So when they pulled the record, they were like, yeah, you're listed here. And I was like, oh my God. So that allowed me to rent or purchase in San Francisco and below market rate. It was unbelievable. So it's like a dream come true. The thought of me being able to come home and really come home, like to the city that I love. So that was just remarkable. So I found this place, and that it was a really nice.
beautiful? So tell me about it. How many bedrooms?
My process. So working with NCLF, I've helped people get their COP and also try to find housing. And it's been a challenge for some people, but for me, it wasn't as hard.
Well, because your name was on that original lease, right?
Well, not that part, the part about finding the housing. So once you get your certificate of preference, you have to now go out and do another part, which is locate where you want to live.
Okay.
So when I found this place, I applied for the application, waited for them to pull the names, and when you're a certificate of preference holder, you don't have to wait on the waiting list.
Yeah.
You don't have to have all this other criteria. You are first. You are number one, numero uno. They have you first over everyone. You are a certificate of preference, so you are number one. So they had 12 units available, and there were like 6 candidates for.
This is a condo, right?
Yes. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, balcony. I have a parking stall. I love it, and it's
Huge.
Yeah, it's really nice. I love it. And so it only took me the process that they took to pull, the names from the lottery. And I was one of the number ones. I think I was number 7. And like I said, they had 12 units. So I was a sure win to get one. And I had all my documents in place, and I applied and got it. And I was so relieved. Like, I work like 10 minutes from my job, and that is such a relief to not have to commute 2 hours, on that road. And now I'm here 12 minutes from my job. It's priceless.
And to be in the city that you grew up in,
And I love.
close, you were closer to your mom.
Yeah.
And I remember when I met you, I feel like you had just moved in or something or was about to move in and telling the testimony, like we both had tears coming down
Has
our eyes because it was perfect timing for
the
you.
timing was impeccable. I was just breaking up with a boyfriend. And oh my goodness, it was like God's calling. Everything laid out for me and it let me know I was going in the right direction. So the certificate of preference, the apartments, doing having 12 units available and, being 12 minutes from my job, like that. It just aligned and everything has been aligning ever since. So I'm so grateful.
You've been doing the work. We've been doing the work, right? Partnered with links. We have been trying to find certificate of preference holders, and we've heard the stories. And there are some certificate of preference holders that, because it's been so long, they don't even want to deal with it, or they don't even feel like it's going to come to pass or that it's safe. But there are so many success stories like yours. And so, what would you say to our audience in terms of checking to see and then staying the distance?
So one of the things I want to say to the audience is it's worth getting. It's generational. It doesn't expire. So even if you don't want it, your children might want it. Your children's children may want it. And we may be dead and gone, but they'll still have this generational give back that they could use anytime they want. They can rent or purchase in the city of San Francisco below market rate. And we are one of the most expensive cities in the world. So this is priceless. Like, you've got to take advantage of this. It's really good. Yeah, I have 3 kids. They all have one. One passed away, as you know, but he got his certificate of preference before he passed away, and he was just about to get his condo. So I'm really sad about that. And I too am taking advantage of the homeownership opportunity. And just to say, I had one of the certificate of preference potential people that we contacted who didn't want to come back to San Francisco reconnect with me and say, "Hey, me and my mom want to come back. What do I do?" And I was like, "You were so adamant about not coming back." She was like, "Well, Miss Star, we've changed our mind and we want to come back." And I was just like, "Okay, great. Let me share what to do." And I walked them through the process.
And then for those who it may not be as easy as yours was, there were certain things about the certificate of preference that was smooth for you and your credit and everything else. For those who may have a little bit more work or they have to work a little harder to find documentation or whatever, what would you say to them?
I would say stay determined, be persistent. There are agencies that could help you with your credit. There are agencies that could help you pull those documents. NCLF helped us all go to Board of Education, birth certificates, whatever we needed. They help us unpack that. So I would say just stay persistent, stay determined, and yes, ask for help. Don't be afraid. No question is a dumb question.
Certificate of preference holders, this is your right. Your right to housing and home ownership. Stay the distance. And for those who aren't sure, go to the link or call the phone number and see if maybe you or previous family members were certificate of preference holders. Star, it is always an honor just to be in your presence.
Thank you.
You do so much community work. She's one of our unsung heroes that has a beautiful history here in the Bay Area. I just want you to know that you are seen, you are celebrated, and that it is always an awesome time when we come together.
Thank you. Thank you. It's always, I love your spirit. You have such good energy. You're always welcome here.